things are beginning to return back to normal now. The Rue de Rivoli has been open again now for some time. And most of the evacuees who came out about an hour and a half ago, they've now left and carried on their day of tourism, I imagine. I did speak to some young Scottish women who were inside the Louvre Museum at the time. They had to wait inside for 2 hours before they were able to be evacuated. And they told me that they were pretty upset because they were desperate to get to Disneyland and they were getting a bit bored waiting around in the gallery. And they're now on their way off to Disneyland. And one of them actually said to me, well, you know, when we booked our flights, we saw that the flights to Paris were cheap, so we booked them. But we thought about, Paris is becoming a bit of a sort of an image for somewhere that could suffer more attacks in the future. We know there have been attacks here in the last couple of years. So we just think about it. We thought, no, it's all right. Let's not be paranoid. It'll be fine. Well, actually, this has confirmed their fears. So it's something that the Mairie de Paris, the Paris Town Hall, and also the French government as a whole is going to have to really consider here, is that Paris relies heavily on its tourist industry. And these kinds of incidents, even if normalcy is returning quite quickly, the evacuation operation was smoothly carried out, these kinds of incidents are bad for the image of Paris and bad for tourism here.
Claire, I want to ask you more about the ongoing investigation. What do we know about the suspect?
For the moment, unfortunately, very little. What we do know is that the French Prime Minister, Cazeneuve, he has said that he believes this incident was of a terrorist nature, and that another man has been arrested, but the police say that they are not sure they can confirm the second man who was arrested is definitely linked to the attacker. They've arrested him by precaution. So we don't have any details about the identity of these. What we do know is the one who attacked the about 10 a.m. this morning, he managed to get a machete into his bag and he managed to get inside the Carrousel of the Louvre shopping centre, which is quite surprising given that this is a kind of shopping centre which is heavily protected. You can't get in there without having your bag sort of quickly searched by a security guard on the entrance. It's the kind of place where it's very, 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 all the time for the last 2 years since the Opération Sentinelle was launched. This operation, this anti-terrorist operation that's been going on now since the Charlie Hebdo attacks 2 years ago. It's been a heavily guarded area. It's so busy with tourists that no chances are taken. And yet, somehow, this man managed to get a machete.
Claire Williams reporting there. Thank you very much for that update.